Sunday people, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's start this off with saying that Bitcoin could hit $400,000 at the end of 2025. You probably now think, oh bro, you are crazy. Yes, but like the video anyway. And I honestly think that. Why do I think that? Because this time is not different so far at all. The cycles are playing out exactly like it did every time before till the day of today. And if it's so the same, that then I can't help but wonder, like, okay, if Bitcoin has, for example, been in this parallel channel since 2017, which is now already for 6 years, more than 6 years. At the top of this bull market, we hit the upper side. At the top of this bull market, well, we hit the upper side. If we do that also in the next bull market, that would suggest that, end of 2025, probably, right? Bitcoin could be sitting at $420,000. Now, 420 is, of course, the magic number, especially for me as a Dutch guy, so it has to. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So, can it go there? Can't it? Leave a comment. Let me know why you think that. And I know it might be a little high, right? And it's my bullish case scenario. Because who says we're going to go to the upside? Technically, our last stop didn't go there, right? So we had the first stop, it went higher. Second one touched it. Third one lower. So maybe the next one will, be far off. Yeah, we have a lot of room. Bitcoin can still be 230,000, right? Or something like that. Also, if you look at the ROI for Bitcoin, if you take it from the bottom to the top of the bull market, the worst it ever did was a 17x. Yeah, if we do a 17x, let's say 15k was the bottom, and it does a 17x, that's 240k or something from the top of my head. So also definitely not bad. Now there's also the logarithmic regression band, and the logarithmic regression band is also quite interesting if you look how it moves so far. So if you look at Bitcoin, what it did since the beginning, in the bear markets we went to this lower band, this green band, right? This bear market, however, it's not really bear market, by the way. This bear market, this one, and the one where we are right now. But the bull markets, we go to the higher bands. Here we almost touched it. Here we went above it. Here we went in it. And here we went just in it, right? So also, if you would pull this out, and I do have to check a chart where it's extended, but then it's clearly at the end of 2025, also around 250k, 300k, give or take. So there are multiple charts that say to me like, hey, this can be very bullish in the future for Bitcoin. Now, I would like to go over some comments that I got on the channel, as I like to do once in a while as well, because I love to interact with you guys, see what you have to say, and check it out. So let's pull up the cool comments here. By the way, I was testing with these new thumbnails. Yeah, thumbnails. Maybe I shouldn't have that dick-sucking face, but maybe it looks a little better. I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, I made a video about this altcoin, and someone said Algo. If you want me to take a look at Algo, I'm gonna take a look at Algo. No problem. So Algorand is a coin that I personally would not really buy. To be completely honest, if I look at the dollar pair. It's been tanking since the bear market started, and this is one of the few coins that's basically making lower lows every single time. We had a lower low last week, and then I can honestly tell you that Algo on its Bitcoin pair is already looking terrible as well. So Algo is, what you want to do when you look for an altcoin that might survive or might be a good buy. You want to see that the downtrend has stopped. Right. Therefore, I, for example, bought Cardano because on Cardano, it is on some major resistance right here. And I don't know where I have my older chart, or is this the older chart? Not sure. But Algo is just a coin that, or was it this one? Man, I don't know. But Algo is just not looking so good because it keeps on making lower lows. So you do not know how far this can go. Is this a low? Maybe, but maybe this was it. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, right? Can it go down another 10%? Yes. Can it go down another 70%? Yes, right? It's all possible. I mean, the people here were also saying, nah, it can't go down that far. And how much did it went down? Almost 70%, right? Not to mention from here or from wherever. So algo just chart-wise isn't looking that healthy at the moment. You're buying Cardano, the blockchain that does nothing. Yes, that's what I said in the video as well. I don't like Cardano as a product, really. I don't know if you have seen the whole video. I don't like Cardano as a product, really, but I like the community. It has, together with XRP, it has one of the strongest communities. Well, I do think like, yeah, why, right? But I don't care what Cardano does or does not do. I check out the chart and I feel like, hey, this chart is nice. And Cardano, unlike a lot of the other altcoins out there, knows how to survive bear market. ADA has been building the most during this bear market. Dot, Kusama, and Link, and are behind it, I think. Do your research and come back with the answer. Yeah, no, I can show you my research. I mean, if you want to check out what a project like Cardano is, a layer 1, right? It hasn't been layer 1ing since ever, basically. Right? You have Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, you have so much layer 1s that are out there and that are people really building on, right? If you look at Cardano, is it this far down? If you look at Cardano, and you look how much is being built on there, then it's not that fantastic, right? It's getting better though. It's getting better now. I definitely have to give you that, right? Since this year. But it's not really there for me yet. It's not really there for me yet, right? But it might finally do something. After all these years, Cardano might finally do something. But for the last 6 years, is it already? Maybe more. It has been pretty overrated. I mean, DeFi chain is higher. Base, Kava, Kronos, Solana, Mixin, you know. These are all chains that have way more going on than Cardano. I also don't really give a fuck about those chains, to be honest. I didn't understand this comment, so I'm gonna skip that for now. Let me see. Yeah, FOMO, what the fuck? Cardano, on the next episode, FOMO buys hacks. Yeah, no. No. No, I mean, you look, like I said, I look at the chart, right? Chart looks good, in my opinion. At least the chart looks like it can turn out to be good. Yeah, these comments are a little weird. Sponsored video? How come you are buying alts? You are always short. Be careful. I'm not always short. I just say I don't buy altcoins. How come you are buying altcoins? Well, I explained that in the same video as where you're commenting. And sponsored, yeah, like I said, Cardano has a $9 billion valuation. They're not going to reach out to a YouTuber with 20k views to promote their product. It's not like, it's about Cardano. It's not about some frigging meme coin. And plus, I don't do promos on this channel though. But that come on, use your common sense, man. Let me see. Oh, you have a big ass comment right here. Saying, okay, blah, blah, blah. Saying that no one builds is super insulting. Okay, it's not, okay, you got me. It's not that no one builds on Cardano, for sure. But it's by far not the most popular, not the cheapest, and not the fastest layer 1 out there. And I do think that it will never be, right? We have so many good layer 1s and Cardano, right? And then you take a look like, okay, how valued are these other layer 1s that really do well? And then how valued is Cardano? Compared to what it does, I think Cardano is crazy overvalued. But still, yes, I bought it because, again, the chart looks good, in my opinion. Not because of what it does. Again, this is the chart, right? Macro bottom right here. And the same structure it has been in the last bear market, it broke out from there, right? On its Bitcoin pair. And here we are now approaching the same. Yeah, it could break down, right? And I hope, because I also said, like, I bought a little bit, right? To have some exposure in case this happens. I hope it goes down, right? So we can buy more. But yeah, I feel like, okay, Cardano, you know, I can bash that whole project how much I want, but you can't ignore the fact that, you know, Cardano is really doing well in a bull market and that it has one of the most diehard communities out there. And yeah, community is also something which is very important in crypto. Gswift is a nice project, but it's of course something completely different than Cardano, right? Gswift is gaming, Cardano is layer 1. Lot more tokens. That like this is a high risk, high reward play. Yeah, Cardano is of course also high risk, high reward because it's an altcoin. But out of the altcoins, Gswift is yeah, your high risk call, which could do really well. By the way, I have a little bag of it. Share a video with your top 10 picks or top 20 picks. Yeah, I occasionally talk about that stuff, definitely. And I will keep on doing that. What about GALA? GALA is something that I am looking at, but not going really crazy on, because GALA is just not showing the same strength, right? If you look at GALA, then you'll see that, yes, the dollar pair is, you know, having some kind of a floor right here, but the Bitcoin pair isn't. We made a lower low last week, right? So if Bitcoin is going down and an altcoin is still losing from Bitcoin, then I feel like, yeah, but then I can better take less risk and buy Bitcoin, as that also has higher reward right now, right? If GALA at a certain point does something like this, right, then I'm interested, and I'd rather buy here than here, and I'm trying to time the bottom anyway, right? But then it at least shows like, hey, GALA is now doing better than Bitcoin. But if it's doing worse than Bitcoin, then why should I take more risk for less reward? So GALA is a good project. I love GALA. I want to have GALA in my portfolio more. But yeah, at this price, right? You want to see it first, see like, okay, where does GALA find its bottom in this bear market? Because yeah, we can buy it at 2 cents, but maybe it goes to half a cent, right? That's too much of a difference, as it's still in price discovery mode to the downside right now. You can be serious, Cardano, but it's quite funny that if I talk about not buying altcoins, people be like, oh, what the fuck, you should buy the dip. Then I actually see a chart that really looks good. Like, okay, maybe this is worth something, and people like, what the fuck, you bought this? Damn if you do, damned if you don't. But Cardano with $17 billion market cap in this monthly chart, what? Cardano doesn't have a $17 billion. It's like 9 or so, right? Like not 17. Cardano, 9 billion. 9 billion. And even fully diluted is, I think, no, 17. It's 11, 12. So it's not that high. Like that's like a $8 billion difference right there. And this monthly chart, yeah, bro. I just showed you the chart. Of course I bought this. Come on. What do you think? Right? Look at this. Look at this. How is this chart saying bearish? Right? And again, I do eventually think and hope that it goes down. Therefore, I bought a little bit. But if you look at the structure, this has been the macro bottom ever since it existed. So how can you bet against that? Right? It's also a matter of risk reward right there. Right? If something is going up, then you can say, now it's going down, right? Like, but the trend, you follow the trend, okay? And in this case, I follow the trend, right? So the month, yeah, and if you put it on the monthly, it looks the same, but the candles are like smaller or less, right? But doesn't look that bad to me. Doesn't look that bad. And yeah, can it go down here? For sure. I hope, again, I hope, because I dollar cost, right? I didn't went all in on this or anything. So yeah, definitely. Love you. Benjamin Cowen doesn't agree. Yeah, I know. Benjamin Cowen, I love his stuff, and he is one of the best analysts. He nailed the complete bear market, basically. He's been so insane accurate. But he's like so too picky about the bottom. He says like Cardano can go to 400 Satoshis. But before that happens, he also doesn't buy. But I do always feel like, yeah, okay, I think that it could as well. But what if I'm wrong? Then I miss out, right? So is it worth it? Like, I don't know. It's already pretty discounted right now. Either will go to 10 cents. Yeah, I hope so. Cardano, no way, old shit. Yeah, I got that comment more. Like, it's old. I got, well, it doesn't matter, but I got another comment like, it's old, right? Guys, if like, I think a lot of new people in crypto, they look at older coins and be like, nah, you can buy that. Right, but you have to realize in this specific case, Cardano, in this bear market, right, it just came out of this and it went all the way down. People were saying the same thing. It's old. It already had its peak. It absolutely died. It's an old coin. It's old technology. We now have this. We now have that. And from there, I did 170x. Right, that it's old doesn't matter. Right. If Cardano was created in, I think it's older than 2007. I think it's 2016, but let's say 2007. If Cardano is made in 2017, it's not that it hasn't been developed since then, right? Cardano is still developing here. So what does it matter if it's made here? If it's been made here and nothing has been done since then, yeah, then it's old. Then it's old technology. The technology is not old, the coin itself, but what does that? It doesn't matter, right? Plus, altcoins usually don't have such a big token vesting as your favorite new coins. Magic. Let's take a look at Magic. Magic is a coin that I think I like if it plays out a little bit longer. Because Magic, I don't know, it came out, it had a hype, it now comes down, it made a new low, and now it's seeing like, okay, how far will it go down? Will it stick here at 50 cents? Will it go to 20? Will it go to 5? Right? What's its real valuation? But Magic is a coin that people have been buying. If you've bought it since February, basically, you have been buying the way down. And you will be in a loss. Right? Magic on its Bitcoin pair, also terrible. Right? So I like that whole gaming studio thing on the Arbitrum chain. It is, I think, from the top of my head, and it will be a big narrative, absolutely. But yeah, if we want to get the most out of it, right, we want to see how it plays out. So that's how I wait for coins. Like, okay, what do you do? Oh, you find the bottom right here. No. Yes, you find the bottom. Okay, let's buy. Right, then you miss this maybe, but you're still better off than buying this, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what I am doing. How random? Yeah, also about... I got a lot of shit for Cardano. It's funny. How random you are betting on a pattern. Also said, yes, that's TA, right? That's charts. Like if you have trading view, then you should use it, right? I'm betting on a pattern. I'm betting on horizontals, on support, on resistances, on the Fibonacci tool, on moving averages, on like those kind of stuff. Yes, I'm not betting on here, right? Of course you use TA to buy your crypto. You would be stupid not to. Oh yeah, this guy got a lot of likes. I made a video about this, by the way, in the Patreon. So if you are in the Patreon, you already know this, but I will soon drop this on this channel as well. But there's a link down below, and there we mention all these kind of things before we ever talk about this, or if we talk about this at all on this channel. But someone says, I have a question. How do you know if a project has bottomed out and if it's time to buy for the long run? You have mentioned it a few times, but don't understand if you could take it to kindergarten level. Well, you, of course, want to wait for the market to play out, right? That's the first thing. Now it's a little soon to say which project is going to survive, as we have to see how Bitcoin does in this pre-halving, pre-election, second half of the year, which is so far always bearish. We want to see how altcoins do then. We want to see, is the recession indeed coming? How do altcoins do by then? How is it going with the SEC? So you don't want to pick it too soon, but are they still surviving? Yeah, you always want to check out like the basic stuff, like the social media. Do you notice that their posting is cooling off? Are they slowly giving up or not giving a shit anymore? That kind of stuff. Purely chart-wise, it's very much what I agree with Cowen. You want to see an altcoin outperform Bitcoin when Bitcoin is going down. That's what you want to see. right? Again, this is Cardano Bitcoin, for example. Now, if you have trading view, you click the plus button right there, you overlay Bitcoin, click here and press logarithmic. So I have a better view, right? What you want to see is, for example, here in the last bear market, Bitcoin was, well, around $11,500. It went all the way down to 5,000, right? That was also second half of 2019. That's kind of what I expect for Bitcoin to do right now as well. But in the meantime, Cardano Bitcoin did not go down, right? This went sideways. This found a steady bottom. And here you can say like, okay, Bitcoin goes down, but Cardano holds up against Bitcoin. Of course, Cardano goes down against the dollar, because Bitcoin goes down. But if it wasn't for Bitcoin, Cardano did fine. And then you can say like, okay, if now an altcoin is doing well against Bitcoin, then it's very likely that if Bitcoin goes up, that altcoin will do very well. And that's how you could have bought Cardano, like at basically the lowest point, give or take. And that's how you can take a look at altcoins. Again, on the Patreon, I have a full video about that. But you basically want to, like, for example, AVAX, right? If you look at AVAX and you want to know like, okay, is this doing well? Well, you want to see Bitcoin is going down, right? Is AVAX holding up against Bitcoin? Well, if I look at AVAX, it just made a lower low this week. So AVAX is still going down. Right now, again, this is my level. Here you see a lot of support here, which means that AVAX could still fall another 20% against Bitcoin. What I'm waiting for, and it's mostly about waiting. That's a stupid thing, but that's how it works, right? You want to see this hold, right? If it holds, then I'm interested. If it breaks, yeah, then you want to see like, okay, fuck that coin. Let's see how far it goes down, right? So if a coin is in price discovery to the downside, yeah, then you want to let it go, right? Arweave, for example, you know, a lot of people bullish on Arweave, but it's losing against Bitcoin, right? So again, why don't you just buy Bitcoin then? Because it's even against Bitcoin is going down. Doesn't even matter if Bitcoin is going down or not, right? So Arweave is fucked. Algorand, we just looked at that. Crow, for example, is a coin like, okay, here it has support, here it creates a little support. Bitcoin has been going down last couple of weeks. Crow is doing fine for now, but you know, see how this plays out over a couple of months, right? And that's the way how you should take a look at your altcoins. Dogecoin, for example, holding up so far, pretty fine. Want to see how it does when Bitcoin really have a correction. If Doge holds up right here, then it's good. And in Doge specific case, it's quite dangerous because if it falls, just like Matic or BNB also look like that, then it can fall hard. So high risk, high reward. But another one, for example, Moonbeam, it's losing every week. Like this is a coin you should not touch at all. H-bar holds up pretty good, right? H-bar, pretty good. All right, like we have support here, we have support here. So H-bar could come down another 46% against Bitcoin, but it's still bullish if that happens. So H-bar is likely doing well. Well, so you can take a look at coins like that. Let me see. Yeah, Cardano, one of the best communities, close to Ripple. Charles Hoskinson. Yeah, smart guy, man. You should not underestimate Charles when it comes to that. I'd love to hear what you think about ICP. I can tell you about the price chart, not about the project. I don't know enough about the project. I am at least not interested in the project. I think it's in the BitBoy portfolio. Yeah, ICP. So ICP on its dollar pair holds up since last year November. Okay, ICP on its Bitcoin pair, not so much. Not so much. It created a bottom range in around June, and it's still there, but that says nothing. Here it created a bottom in June 2022, and we broke it in March 2023, so almost a year later. So therefore, again, you want to see how this does when Bitcoin is going down, right? At a certain point, it may do this, right? And while Bitcoin has been going down, then you can be interested. But so far, internet computer is throwing your money away. So yeah, so far it's a very terrible buy. Doesn't mean you should have it on your watch list at least. Take a look at Dent. I think I had it somewhere from back in the day in my watch list. Yeah, Dent Bitcoin. It's funny how this holds up. I don't know when I draw this, but Dent. Yeah, so far not doing really well in this bear market, right? Been going down since March 2021 already. And it's been going down pretty hard. Next major support should be around 30% lower. Yeah, 30% lower. Really want to see it hold there. Buying now is gambling, right? Because it's been making lower lows, lower highs. So since the last 2.5 years, it wasn't a good buy. So far, it's still not. So yeah, love this. Thank you. Appreciate that. I see you do that more often, by the way. You're a hero. I just bought Cardano too. That's cool. ADA had its run. Cash will be the next ADA in the next bull. Maybe. I don't know. It could be 50-50 that you're right. Right, like I don't see why ADA had its run, to be honest. It had its run in the bear market before that as well, and after that it had another run, right? So you are definitely not the first to say this and eventually turns out to be wrong about this. Yeah, you talk about Casper, like too many people, let me say something very straight to the point. Where is that Casper thing? Here it is. If I would have Casper in my portfolio, I would sell with a big smile on my face right away, right? That's what I said a couple of weeks ago as well. And the reason is simply because you should know how to... Okay, like crypto is very simple, basically. You buy low, you sell high. I see a lot of people also here talk Casper, buy Casper. People actually advise each other to buy something at an all-time high. In a bear market, for fuck's sake, while there are so many good projects that have beautiful discounts. Can Casper go higher in the bull? Probably, for sure. But the risk and reward is getting worse and worse and worse as this goes up. It, by the way, broke a big-ass uptrend right now, but... Casper, yeah, no, it now is down 34-5% or so, and of course these corrections are all. But such charts make people believe that something is up only, and eventually it could definitely go to 2 cents or even back to 1.5. Maybe then it's a good buy. Maybe I'll re-evaluate by then, right? For now. Not a cent is going into Casper from my side because I don't care what the project does. I don't care about that. I just look at this chart and it doesn't matter what this chart is. I look at it and be like, fuck no, I'm not going to buy this right now. Right? So yeah, but maybe it will outperform Cardano. It could definitely be. Anything is possible. Yeah, again, like Cardano is old. That's not a good pick. So I said Bitcoin is older. It did pretty well. And you played the Bitcoin as older card. But it is true, right? Like if your argument is something is old, so it's not a good pick, then it's kind of bullshit. Ethereum and Bitcoin are also old, and they are the best picks, basically. So I don't really see that. Someone want to edit my videos? I will take a look at that, bro. What Bitcoin dominance has to be to have an alt season? That's an interesting question. It depends on how you define alt season in the first place, right? But this is the Bitcoin dominance, and you know, if you want to have an alt season, you want the Bitcoin dominance to see it go down hard, right? We had a very big alt season, well, here, and here. We basically only had 3 real alt seasons in crypto, right? And all these things. People will always call that an alt season, right? In that case, you have very much little alt seasons. But I must honestly say that I think that this is the floor for the Bitcoin dominance, as for now at least, right? Can we go lower? Maybe someday, but this is not gonna happen right now, right? We didn't even take this low out in 2017-18, and we had a lot more altcoin hype in the last couple of years than that we had back then with all the pre-sales and the NFTs and all of that. In my opinion, like if we do go down from here to here, right? People will call alt season all over the place, and it technically is. So that answers that. However, if we get to around this point right here, 59, 58, 60, kind of, and then we go down, that's what I would call a very decent, life-changing alt season, in my opinion. But it kind of depends on your definition of an alt season. ADA is going to 70 cents, so risky time to buy. Is it... ADA is going to 17 cents. I think you mean ADA could go to 17 cents. Like we all don't know. Let's agree that we all don't know at least. I do agree on you that it's very likely for ADA to hit 17 cents though. For sure. But is it risky then to buy it at 26? I don't know, man. Then you take a 30% loss in the meantime, right? But the upside... if it goes back to its all-time high, which it might not, right? Could also hit just $1 or so, but the upside is more than the downside. Yeah, if it's risky to buy right now, sometimes things are also risky not to buy though. It depends. I don't know if that's risky. Risky. Like, what if it doesn't go here, right? Yeah, then you miss out. So what? Who gives a shit, right? But if you really feel like, hey, this could perform well, then it's not too bad to start DCAing quite close to the target. I mean, we came from $3, right? If you think it's going to 17 cents and it's sitting at 26, then if you then don't just already start dollar costing, then when do you, right? Like that's also the thesis that I have. I'm so far in the red, I don't know how to get out. Any ideas? Man, yeah, that's going to be a whole video about that. Can you review Vechain and VRA? Yes. VRA, let me take a look. VRA is an example of a coin that you also might want to buy, right? Because not only we have major resistance in 2020 at this level, in 2023 we tested this as support, and now we tested it again. You really, if Bitcoin goes down even further, you want to see this hold up. If it holds right here, then I would say VRA bottom on its Bitcoin pair it's in. It's a good time to buy, and this chart actually makes me have a little FOMO already, if I'm completely honest. Vechain. Let me take a look. Vechain on its Bitcoin pair, Fat BTC. Here we go, and then we wrap it up. Not looking good. Because yes, we have support what we had here in 2020 as well, but yeah, then again we can also have this as support or this. But for this cycle, it has been going down since April 2021, and it is putting in very brutal higher lows, lower lows and lower highs. And there's no sign that it has even slightly stopped doing that. So Vechain, I'm not touching it, right? And it could be that this coincidentally now is the bottom, but again, that's what you could have thought here as well, or here, or here, or here. It's the same gamble right now, and I'm not gambling on that. So I want to wrap it up right here. Let me know your thoughts. Overall, I'm very careful with altcoins still. Now I bought one for a reason that I think is pretty good, and I dollar cost it a little bit. If it goes up, nice, I have some profits. If it goes down, nice, because I'm prepared to buy more. So there is no losing really for me in this case. And that's kind of how I play the whole market. So very slow, steady, because yeah, it sounds boring, but that's what wins the race eventually. Again, if you like it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, check the Patreon, gangsters, holders, OGs, legends, right there. Be one of them. There's a link down below. You get a lot of exclusive content to really make it with crypto. Take care.